Hello, internet friends. My name is Bay, and welcome to me talking about 7, I believe, BFA add-ons and other things. Not necessarily in-game add-ons, but exterior to the game. Because if there's not 7, I think it might be 8, depending on how you want to count it. But hey, 7 looks better on a YouTube video, and I don't do top videos, but this is a list, but not in any particular order, all right? It's just things that are helpful and good to know of, and this is the second part to the guide video that just came out about how to sim your DPS in the battle for Azeroth. So I'm just gonna kind of go through these, not in any particular order, and then get a disclaimer that using any of these is not required. You do not need to, of course. It is just a helpful extra outside tool if you are going to be on that sort of mid-maxy, more cutting edge or more serious side of DPS orientated stuff. This again is a video mostly aimed at DPS because that's what I do in this game. There of course are add-ons and additional benefits you can have for tanking and healing through some of these, but not all of them. And if you are looking for those tools for healers and for tanks, those are definitely out there, of course. I may make a video about those. Let me know in the comments down below if you want me to round up healer or tank oriented stuff as well, and I can see what I can put together for you. But this video is about DPS tools mostly. First things first, you're gonna see I moved it. If you're a part of the stream, you know you don't see it on the actual stream, but right here at the beginning of BFA, I thought the default UI doesn't really track the Heart of Azeroth artifact power very easily. So one of my subs, longtime subscribers, Umbra, put together the simple Azerite bar weak aura, which you see right below my character right here. Shows the current level of your necklace. Of course, I am recording this the day before Uldir opens, so my alt's not as caught up on Azerite power, artifact power, whatever, but soon, you know, we got the honored upgrade, so hey. But the weak aura tells you the level of your neck, the eye level of your neck, your current amount of artifact power, the max amount you need for the next level, and of course the percentage you are in to the next level. That's right over here on weakorago.io. Of course, all the links for all these add-ons will be in the description box down below, but if you would like to benefit from a very simple weak aura, this may eventually be transitioned into a full-blown add-on with customizable functions and whatnot, because right now, of course, it is only a UI. Kind of straightforward. This is what you get when you input the weak aura. If you know how to update weak auras and change the text and stuff like that, you can do that, of course, if you'd like to. But this is the newest updated version. He made a brand new weak aura plop for this. If you want to grab that, please feel free to do so. Additionally, of course, if there are any add-ons that I'm going to be talking about, make sure you grab the Twitch desktop app to update and or download those add-ons. Curse is owned by Twitch. That's why it's the Twitch desktop app now, no longer the Curse desktop app or Curse add-on app, whatever. It's all right here on the Twitch desktop app. So back over here now, there's another new update that came out recently that is called Azerite Power Weights. Now, this is kind of like Pawn, and we've gone over Pawn in the previous video, of course. Still one of the ones I want to make sure you are aware of if you like to use it. You can definitely grab Pawn as well. This is for gear and mostly for sort of secondary stat optimization and whatnot, but Azerite Power Weights, I was poked at the other day about this one. This just popped up. This is essentially Pawn for your Azerite armor. So if you go into your Azerite gear right here real quick, you're going to see I also have an add-on called Azerite Tooltips. Very simple to just show what is on your tooltips of your Azerite armor, because the default UI, again, kind of meh. This is the verbose mode you see here. You can also choose the only one that just shows the icons too. But bottom of the tooltip, all the way at the bottom there, that is the Azerite Power Weights. And then, of course, you'll see numbers over top of these icons for your Azerite traits. As I said before in the previous video, my ult is a little bit better geared than my main. That's just how it happens, right? But the power weights you have here, very simply listed over top of the Azerite traits, are put together by the community. They are figured out from the sort of SimC theory crafting devs that make stat weights and things for your characters, and they put that out there in the SimC world, that sphere. So they're not going to be completely accurate all the time, and if Blizzard changes anything, they'll change. But this helps if you kind of want to no-brainer it. You do need to, however, grab your weights for these things. Now, of course, I have one for enhancement plugged in here, one for havoc. These are both pre-raid ones. Now, where do you get these weights? Which, of course, you'll import, right in here in a giant copy pasta string. To get the weights for Azerite power weights, you go back over and you'll be going to a website called Blood Mallet. Now, Blood Mallet's website is basically a giant smushing together of a bunch of information from Simulation Craft. Again, very DPS focused. So what you'll do is you'll go to your tab for the spec you are playing. On Blood Mallet's page, you will find Trinket Sims, either for Patchwork or Hectic Ad Cleave. Again, these are all just run right from Simulation Craft. So if that's not updated or that's being updated, then of course it'll happen. Like you just posted about the older data is coming soon because they're working on it, right? There are Azerite data here, which you can look at your head, shoulders, or chest, sort of like a BIS list snapshot based on the power therein, based on the actual traits on the gear. You also have secondary stat stuff or race combinations, not a big deal there. But what you want is once you're on the Azerite tab, you can be on trait, stacking, or eye level. These are both kind of like the same default landing page. Right here is the Azerite trait weights copy pasta. You click that, grab it to your clipboard. You go back over. The only way to actually access this is to go into an Azerite piece. You go in here again, and you drop that in and import it. Name it, save it, good to go. And then when you're on that spec, it will use that scale, showing tooltips is toggleable, that kind of stuff. That is Azerite power weights, and that is additionally the Blood Mallet website resource. Sort of in tandem with Blood Mallet's website as well is hero damage. So herodamage.com is something we talked about on the Legion shows a few times. It was still in the works back then, but this also kind of mirrors certain information you're going to find on Blood Mallet's page. Again, we're going to keep it at Havoc. We'll go over to Demon Hunter again. Again, this is going to be Havoc or Vengeance, of course. It'll have DPS-oriented stuff, but this will have Azerite powers by item level, by stacking, combinations, races, and then trinkets, of course. There's pre-raid, or there's tier 22-oriented stuff, so you can click on this and sort of get those giant bar graphs swinging, lines. You can sort of highlight which bracket you're looking at for eye level. Right now, a lot of us are in the 340 eye level, which is just Mythic Flats. That all happens right here. So you can get more information from this on hero damage. Depending on what resource you want to look at, you can just compare and contrast them and kind of get an idea if you're looking for that. But they have single target with ads, dual targets, dungeon kind of sims, all this stuff right here. And of course, all of them for every single spec in the game. On top of looking at numbers, if you would like to go the extra step, there's, of course, the actual Simulation Craft website. This is going to be where a lot of the bulk of this stuff goes from. So stuff that's on hero damage or Blood Mallet or raid bots, right? All sort of comes from here first, where the community, where the theory crafters, where the sim crafters, where the math crafters all put their work into the APLs and create this. On this, there are two links down here at the bottom. The pre-raid eye-level sims, and of course the theoretical, future-casted, tier 22 BIS style 385 mythic Ulduar geared sims. I'm not going to bring that one up. That one's still very much work in progress, but this one gives you a bit of a snapshot at currently where, healers are like, and where damage per second tank stuff. But again, not all of them are here. And then, of course, DPS oriented stuff. There's more tabs. You can go into all the different details and like where the APLs are like and what, models they're all using, all that stuff down there. But this is sort of just a bit of a snapshot to sort of see where the community at figuring out where DPS lie. This is not canon. This is not true. This is totally by robots. And even just the other day, in the enhancement community, we found out two things were bugged. One is bugged on Blizzard's end, and one is bugged in the actual SimC model that we had made. So it's not going to be all correct all the time, but it is very helpful. Very helpful indeed. If you watched the previous video, you saw that my shaman was simming at 11.4k with this 325 offhand right now. So I'm missing an enchant and a 340 weapon. But going back over to the Simulation Craft results, you see that that's the actual average medium right there of where enhancement is. So pretty close, right? Because they're using the same tool sets. But again, of course, that is just how we figure it out. Again, about enhancement, Ascendance doesn't ignore armor right now, so we can't use Ascendance to model anything. And we also found out that the landslide trait was being applied for every storm strike, where that's not supposed to happen. So that also devalued that in the stack of trying to find talent combinations for like patchwork sims. So we find things all the time, either on Blizzard's end or our end, that are not correct. That's why this stuff can be taken and looked at like, okay. But these three tools here, Blood Mallet stuff, Hero Damage, and Simulation Craft, are all very helpful. Of course, I went over raid bots more specifically in the previous video, as well as using it with the SimCraft add-on and Pawn. This video, of course, showing off Azerite power weights, the simple Azerite power bar, and of course the website resources therein. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts towards anything else that you find really helpful, please leave it in the comments down below. Hit me up on Twitter, on Discord, or on my live stream, all linked down below. This is just kind of a primer on what resources are out there right now that are very helpful if you are coming back to the game or trying to figure out where you're supposed to be headed, or like me, a little bit more navigation on that for Battle for Azeroth, DPS-oriented stuff. But yeah, again, let me know about tanks and healers. I can try to round up some stuff for you too and make a quick video on that. But thank you very much for listening and or watching, and I will see you all on the next live stream or Battle for Azeroth, whatever it is that I make.